Today we're setting up the ring outside because just like we do every summer, UKPW comes to Bexleyheath in the middle of the high street!
Is this on TV?
No, it's on my YouTube channel. I just feel like I'm the king of the high street here in Bexleyheath. I remember how last year I went through that barricade right there and then I kind of just like brawled all the way around, right? And I stood on top of, I think it was this corner right here, right? I stood on top of this corner and then I stared at that commentary booth as I looked at Harry Sefton in the eyes and I said I was gonna take the Inter-Regional Championship away from him. And then I did. Right? I'm the Inter-Regional Champion right now, so I think it's really cool that a year later I get to go full circle and defend the Inter-Regional Championship in this ring. And it's not just any defense because we are on a mission. We are chasing a number that I found out today is actually number 7 and not number 6. Here's the deal.
I won the UKPW Inter-Regional Championship in a street fight against Harry Sefton. You can watch on their YouTube channel, by the way, just like all the matches that I'm about to talk about. And because every end is a new start, my new goal then became to be the greatest Inter-Regional Champion ever. And I needed something objective that I could achieve, and that would be a good way to determine something as specific as the best ever. So I came up with something.
I want to be the person that has the most successful title defenses with the Inter-Regional Championship.
Funny enough, the Inter-Regional Champion with the most title defenses up until that point is actually Harry Sefton with 7. He didn't hit 8 because I ended his title reign, but we're not doing bad so far. Ever since I became the Inter-Regional Champion, I defeated Fabio Romano, that's 1, Connor Mills, that's 2, Samuel St. Daniels makes it 3, and then Jordan Breaks brings us to 4. So the number we're looking for is 8, and so far we're halfway there. That's not bad at all.
I wrestled late last night in Wolverhampton because it was Friday, so we had to kind of like do it at the end of the day. I was in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and I slept less than 6 hours to be able to be here in the high street where in a few hours I'm going to defend the UKPW Inter-Regional Championship at around 12. You know, in bed at 3 o'clock, in the ring at 12, that's the life we're living. The economy between the type of show that we're doing yesterday, right? Hundreds of people at the hangar in Wolverhampton, one of the historical venues of British wrestling, right? And then here today, kind of the same amount of people, right? But in a completely different context. The important part is that this is also professional wrestling. I'm literally in the high street. That's the high street behind me. What's happening is that Bexleyheath is doing a Super Saturday thing where they're doing some attractions to the high street. There's like DeLoreans and there's what's Spider-Man? There's Spider-Man there. Can you see Spider-Man? There's right there. There you go. And then there's like food trucks, fire truck food. I don't know if they bought the fire truck food or what happened there. You got Batman being Superman. And then you have the wrestling happening right there, which is where I'm going to be wrestling in a second. This is kind of the anchor event of the entire thing. You're ugly! You're ugly, Samuel St. Daniels! Ugly! I'll tell you what, let's go and talk with the big boss of UKPW so we can kind of discuss how actually important events like these are for professional wrestling, especially at a grassroots level like UKPW so proudly likes to also work at. You're on the channel now.
I watch it all the time. This is going to blow my mind in the future.
You're going to watch
future
yourself.
Sorry.
Anything you want to say to your future self?
Whatever David says, don't do it.
With UKPW, that I'm proudly the Inter-Regional Champion of, there's a lot of event shows, Canterbury that I haven't been to in a while that I would like to go back, hopefully be able to match a schedule, Falconwood, okay. But then you also run a lot of these outdoor shows. There's Brighton, there's Ilford, right, the Christmas slide.
We've done Gravesend, we've done Gillingham, and today we're in Bexleyheath. There's quite a few.
It's called Gillingham, not Gillingham.
They say Gillingham, but I'm with you.
It's the way they say it.
Gillingham. I'm with you. I think it should be Gillingham, but it is Gillingham.
Okay, so they say the name of their town wrong. Is
Correct.
that like
That's
UKPW promoter?
I'm confirming that as a resident there.
What do you think it's the benefits, not just for like UKPW, but like pro wrestling in general, of doing something like this outdoors and having partners like, I presume, the council around?
Yeah, so the super honest answer is I'm a big fan of getting wrestling in front of as many people as possible. Let's just put the ring wherever. Like, as long as it's a flat surface, let's bring wrestling to people. Now, being quite selfish for a second, Falconwood is only 2-3 miles away, so it's a bit like marketing. And then as you can see, today we've got 400 people around the ring now, and that's throughout the day. So if you think of it for the local businesses, we bring in hundreds of people. And then during the gaps, they've got to get food, they've got to get drink, they've got to go, they want to entertain themselves. So it's a win-win-win scenario. I love it.
I'm gonna ask you a question that sounds like it's tricky, but it's not, right?
On camera.
So here's my question. If you've only seen WWE in your life, you're like, oh, this cheapens professional wrestling or sports entertainment. What's your response to that perspective, if I can put you on the spot?
So lots of people come in with their WWE mind. So many people assume that they can afford to see these shows. Like, I live in Medway, so I've got to get to London. Train ticket on peak hours is £50 return. If you're driving, you've got to pay for parking. You're assuming that a family of 4 can drive up their park and then pay the ticket price to sit in the gods of the O2 Arena. Nothing against the WWE, but that's a lot of money. But if I can bring wrestling, or if we can bring wrestling to the people in a local community centre, or in this case, on a high street, there are tons of people here that haven't got the, let's call it the luxuries in life to be able to afford live entertainment or whatever it might be. So if we can put it in front of people for free, I get the argument, you're cheapening wrestling. Actually, I think we're enhancing it. People can see how big the ring is, like they can see it, they can go, whoa, that's massive. And when you do your incredible stuff, where you're diving through the ropes doing the drop kick or doing the round the world kick, people get involved going, I didn't know wrestling was so interactive. They've only ever seen it on television. So speed answer for you. I think we're bringing it to people and actually making people fall in love with it.
Yeah, like discovering it, like, I didn't know this was here and it was at this level and I can get involved, right?
Exactly.
Is this music like them trying to kick us out? This
It possibly is, yeah.
Right. I gotta get ready for my match as well. Alex, thanks for your time.
Pleasure, thank
right,
you.
let's get this gear on going. I'm sorry I'm in the way.
It was finally time for me to go and defend the UKPW Inter-Regional Championship. As you can see, everyone in Bexleyheath is loving the action they get to see. It's really cool to be able to be in the middle of the high street and just get to interact with so many people that really care and are there to see the wrestling. Some of these people were there the entire day, maybe half at least, from the people that I see on the footage. And I think that's really cool. I'm wrestling Maverick Mayhew, who actually, together with the CPF boys, he's not the nicest of guys in UKPW. The way that he got to the UKPW Tag Team Championship was not the best. I'm sure we'll be able to talk about that another time here on the YouTube channel. So here I am, trying to get him to understand that he's in the ring with someone who's happy playing mind games. Sometimes you have to win the mind game before you win the physical game, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. My strategy was to kind of bamboozle him a little bit with those arm drags and be able to weaken his arm and shoulder a little bit. I feel like I couldn't fully capitalize on this seatbelt because the way that I would transition from the last arm drag into the seatbelt wasn't the best or most beautiful of techniques. I gotta work on that, but the match continued. Another one of my trademarks, the around the world kick that Alex was talking about earlier. It's harder to do on the Bexleyheath High Street because there's so many obstacles in the middle. You see the benches, you see how close the crowd is to the ring, but I feel like after doing it a while, I am way more comfortable going around the ring and hitting that kick there. Maverick Mayhew is going for that brainbuster that he's known for. I'm able to counter it into the inside cradle. That was a super hard line, and it allowed me to change the momentum of the match and hit this combination that it's working really well for me. The Enziguri in the corner followed by the Nat 20. See, this is what I'm talking about. Maverick Mayhew going for my eyes. Hitting his patented brainbuster to the knee. Not enough to get the win though. And this is what got me to win. I was able to be just a little step ahead of Maverick Mayhew, who is a very strong wrestler. Got the dropkick in, followed by the ruckus. And that brought us to 5. As we continue to be on our way to have the most defenses of the Inter-Regional Championship in history. This is the kind of defense and the kind of level that I want to bring to the UKPW Inter-Regional Championship, and the fact that I'm able to continue to push it is great.
The centerpiece, David Francisco!
Number 5, we have 3 more for me to put my name in the history of UKPW and British wrestling.
Oh, we got it, we're good. Oh, the microphone, we're good. This is a good set. Maybe I should, there you go, look at it, people everywhere. I'm just gonna, Big Mav Mayhew with defense number 5 as we continue to progress further to the next UKPW show in Falconwood. I made a challenge for a 4-on-4.
In September, next time here in Falconwood, how about Denzel Mack and CPF?
We are CPF.
Versus Tony Tanner, Sapphire Reed,
Wow, that is a challenge.
And today was a little preview. Maverick Mayhew is not the first time that I'm wrestling him. Great wrestler, a great contender, previous champion of this title as well. The title that he held is not the same title that I got here. I want to make myself synonymous with this design, with this title, and it continues today. This is defense number 5. I got 2 more to tie the record and then 1 more to pass it. I appreciate that UKPW is giving me this spot to do that. And I'll make sure to bring defense number 6 and much more here to the channel. If you haven't checked UKPW out, you can watch everything. They put everything on their YouTube channel. Link is going to be in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel here if you want to see some more David Francisco. And if you want to see what I've been up to lately, you can watch these videos here on this side and I'll see you there. And now after a match, I gotta go to the gym. Ugh, my life is hard. My life is so hard.